Very first thing he said to me was, well, if your child is struggling with reading or having difficulty in any way, this is the program for you. My child wasn't struggling with reading. In the back of my mind, I was thinking, at work, I have children. I work with kids who have language disabilities, and it affects them both expressively and in written form. He said, well, if your child is doing well, he'll do even better. And I thought to myself, well, how does that work? How do you have a program that is going to bolster up a child who is having difficulty, but if a child is average to above average, that child's going to go grade levels even above where they would be. And so I was intrigued, to say the least, and I have to say in retrospect, he was right. He was right. That's exactly what has happened. I've been using it at work with a number of children who have benefited greatly, and I only use it once a week. Early on in the program, a test is given to find out where the child is at, and that's how we work as speech-language pathologists. A child comes in, and parents have concerns, and so you provide a variety of tests to find out where the holes are. And it seems like when children are having difficulty reading, something's different in their processing, and sometimes it's auditory, and sometimes it's visual. Things kind of come at them all at once. And sometimes something's off in their processing of how they're hearing sounds, and sometimes things are off in the process of how they're visualizing. Sometimes something's off in the process of just putting things in order and being able to sequence one after the other, which is extremely important for reading and reading comprehension. And what the program does, what I love about it, is that it incorporates all of that, and it's very methodological. You get a word, butterfly, how many syllables? Butterfly. What's the first sound you hear? What's the second? I mean, it's innately sequential. It involves all of the modalities where they have to speak it, which allows that there's a different auditory processing path to the brain, which facilitates a child who has difficulty hearing. He's hearing me say it, he's saying it, the words and the sounds out loud. He's putting a visual representation of each. It's all based on Norton Gillingham, which is who we refer to in speech pathology historically. So it just jives so much with what we do, and it's been fantastic in that regard. I would say at least half of my caseload are reading kids. I love doing reading therapy. It's one of the most rewarding experiences that I have, because you see so much improvement and it happens so quickly. The poor kids, they think it's their fault. I know you've tried this before. I know you've worked hard, and I know you're going to work hard for me. That's all I need you to do. And you haven't failed. You learn in a different way, and people have failed to teach you. So all I need you to do is show up and try. If you can show up and try, I got this. I do it at home with my own kids, and it's really fun to do at work because I get time to prepare. I've got a solid 45 minutes to dedicate to it. I'm not interrupted while I'm there.